We'll talk to the people today. We'll talk to everybody. Certainly your Eagles thoughts and.
Because the sky is still falling.
Yeah, I can, and just
your final take. They stink. Is that
just with an Eagles point right now?
Yes.
To start the show, I don't think everything's going to be okay. I don't think that they're going to win all of their last 3 games and they're going to go find their stride and they're going to go into the playoffs. I don't believe that.
Oh, they're winning these last 3 games.
I don't.
Where's your hand on that?
Oh, I'm steady.
All right. Good.
Yeah, Ike's been.
Yeah, with these last 3 games, Seattle on the road, that's a desperate team. That's not these 3 teams. That's not these 2 teams, I should say.
Right, and also, Pete Carroll, I didn't know this before the game. Pete Carroll, he benched players on that defense. He had called out in the media players, the corners on that defense because of the way they were playing. He
lost 4 straight games.
Yeah, yep, and they responded. They responded.
Yeah,
with
it still took us to give them the game.
Well, it did. Exactly. But even though they went out, I don't feel any better today. Yesterday, coming off of a loss the day after, you're normally more emotional the day after. Mm-hmm. And then by the time you get 2 days removed from the game, you calm down a little bit. And 2 days after, I don't think that it's going to be okay. And I don't think there's turning around this season. Even if they win out and they're a number 2 seed or a number 3 seed.
You just don't believe they can beat the 49ers. That's really what you're saying.
Yes. No,
that's
yes,
what you're saying.
Yes. I don't think they can beat the Cowboys either.
Yeah, they'll beat the Cowboys. You think the Cowboys are coming here and winning a playoff game? Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that one.
Well, to your point, the 49ers it's a matter of who the 49ers are playing in the Super Bowl right now.
That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. And they win these 3 games, we can easily talk ourselves into beating whomever we play in that first round and then bring on Detroit or Dallas in that second round.
Yep.
They're not San Francisco. Detroit or not. Dallas. They aren't San Francisco.
They're not.
So
Eagles got to turn it around, though, before then.
Yeah, I actually feel better. I do. I actually feel better.
You feel better the day
Yeah,
after.
I do. Right. I do because Monday night was a disappointing game. But as far as having faith that, the season isn't over and we can't necessarily go on a little bit of a run here and let the chips fall where they may if you get to the NFC Championship game. You get to that game, and I guarantee you this entire city is going to be saying we can beat the 49ers with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I've been here long enough. I know this fan base.
Mm-hmm.
We're licking our wounds right now. It doesn't feel good. We're wallowing in self-pity. That's what we're doing right now. Poor us. Oh, it's not going to be an easy road. We don't get to play Daniel Jones this year in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, poor us. That's where we're at right now.
The poor me's.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now. And I was there. So I'm not mocking anybody. I'm just letting you know that's where we are. We're wallowing in misery right now. Feeling sorry for ourselves. That's what it is. But I'm not about to sit here and talk up Tommy DeVito and Jonathan Gannon coming back here like that. Oh, we're not going to beat those guys.
Tommy DeVito, who appeared for free last night.
The damn Giants are ready to go home. You thinking we got to go up to New York to play them for a chance to win the NFC East? We're losing to the Giants in New York?
I would hope not.
Nah, it's not happening.
All right.
They just need to get a couple wins. Get a win Monday on Christmas Day. Then we'll do the whole Jonathan Gannon revenge game. We'll do all of that, and we'll get enough juices going that everybody will be excited on New Year's Eve to talk about that. And when you win the Jonathan Gannon Bowl, we'll finish that last game off with the Giants, and we'll be NFC East champs. Now, I don't know if we'll be the 2 seed or the 3 seed, but we'll at least host our first playoff game at home against whomever. And then if we got to play, here's the other thing. If we got to play Detroit in that second round because they're the 2 seed. Okay, then we're going to Detroit, and we're playing Jared Goff.
Yeah, that's not scary.
I mean, it's not scary.
No, it's not.
It's not going to be easy.
It's not going to Dallas.
Yeah. Right. I feel better going to Detroit than I do going to Dallas to play.
For sure. No, for sure. Yeah, Detroit, I mean.
It's a nice story.
Yeah,
they also lost to Green
team.
Bay and Chicago.
Yeah.
They're not some juggernaut team.
Yeah, they're a good team that can be beaten by anybody more or less in the playoffs.
Or Jared Goff can beat them. He can beat them.
Himself.
Yes.
Yep. All right, 215-592-9494. So
I'm here for everybody.
Jack, do you feel better the day after? I don't feel better at all.
No. It's more about they should win these next 3 games, and it turns into style point season officially. These can't be wins a win. I need to see at least 20+ points, and frankly, I think Nick Sirianni should be coaching for his job for the rest of the season. Listen, I went to the Super Bowl last year. I get it, but if this offense continues to be dreadful down the stretch and they don't make the NFC Championship game, see ya.
Coaching for
the NFC Championship game. Now, Jack, I'll tell you, if they lose in the first round of the playoffs,
cow, man.
if they lose one of these next 3 games and they lose in the first round of the playoffs, I co-sign it.
Yeah.
And
you'd be a lot of people trying to co-sign that.
No,
yeah.
and honestly, as crazy as it is to think a couple weeks ago that could happen, we watched Doug Peterson win the Super Bowl, go back to the playoffs.
Do you think Lurie's happy with this offense?
No.
No. And if Lurie thinks that another year will like with Doug Peterson, a lot of people thought they're going to give him at least one more year. He won the Super Bowl. He went back to the Jeffrey Lurie didn't think a year was going to matter, and it was a smart move.
Or did Doug say, no, I'm out?
Well, I think Doug's actions didn't help.
Well, I'm saying if he had went along with what they
Agreed.
wanted to do, then maybe he is here as head coach.
Okay, good point. Agreed.
That's all I'm saying.
But his plan was...
Yeah, but he had earned that. He won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He earned the right to do that. I'm not saying that this is out of the question that it could happen. I just don't think it would happen. I think they would move on from the coordinators before they moved on from Nick Sirianni. That's what I think.
All right, well...
or unless had this thought on the way in, might want Bill Belichick as the head coach?
No.
Okay, well, who are we looking at getting?
I would rather have Ben Johnson coaching this team.
Ben Johnson, a no-name person.
Lions offensive coordinator.
Right. I know who he is. I just know nobody knows anything about him except he's a Lions offensive coordinator.
Jim Harbaugh?
Jim Harbaugh. How about that?
Who, if I'm Howie, there's no way I'm hiring Jim Harbaugh because he's very difficult to work with. And
See, then we got to decide what we want as a coach. You want a guy who wants to do things his way, or you want a guy who's not going to call plays. He's just a figurehead. We might as well keep Nick Sirianni.
Well, no, I would love. I mean, I would love Jim Harbaugh. I'm just saying from Howie's perspective, I don't know if he's going to be high on the idea. But him coming in here, especially if the offense continues to struggle, he comes in here and cleans that up immediately. You would see immediate dividends from bringing him in here.
Jim Harbaugh, huh?
There you go. See, we're already firing Sirianni and finding his replacement.
That's jacking his nonsense. Firing him.
Not firing. Coaching for his job.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But listen, I think there's a more likely chance the coordinators could be replaced than Nick. I think they like Nick Sirianni as the head coach. I just do. And it's a lot easier just to go hire another play designer than it is for you're going to go find a coach, another unproven guy.
Yeah.
Give him his first crack at being head coach. I mean, they've had success, but man, you keep rolling the dice, you're not going to come up.
They've also been lucky with.
That's
some
what
of
I'm
their
saying.
selections.
That's what I'm saying. So
Josh McDaniels would have blown up in their face.
Right.
What was the other one? The old Giants coach.
Ben McAdoo.
Yeah, Ben McAdoo.
Yeah.
They wanted him.
The difference is that this offense is pretty loaded. So they should attract a very good candidate.
Is this offense loaded?
I mean, Jalen should be a top 5 quarterback.
Then what's going on with the offense? They can't score.
So we're blaming the coaches for everybody for the players not playing well. Got you.
I'm blaming this quarterback.
Got you. I'm just saying that because that's what we would be doing. I mean, I'm sure you can't get rid of all the players. So, yeah, bringing in new coaches would be the way to go. But, see, that's why you win the next 3.
And we don't talk about
You win your first home playoff game, and then you go on the road in that second game, and then we either are coping with a season that comes up short because they lose in that second round, or you're headed to your second straight NFC championship game.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as we think it is.
All right.